I tried to shoot this video yesterday, but it was too damn hot. So today I'm out here. I've been up usual 5:30 a.m. farm time. I'm going to show you guys my custom chicken coop and some of the special features. It's a little bit different chicken coop than you're normally used to seeing, like a backyard chicken coop. So I'll run up there, I'll show it to you. Here we go. Oh man, the sun is bright. So before I begin, a big shout out to Georgia Chicken Coops and Cages LLC. And let me explain. For months we've been talking about getting chickens up here and sort of prepping for it, but the problem is I didn't want to order a standard backyard chicken coop. I mean, this is a farm, so I wanted something that was more of an operational type chicken coop. And I didn't want to have to build it myself. You guys know my schedule is just swamped with everything I got going on, and I really didn't have time to order a big kit and then to actually go out and put that kit all together. So I searched and I searched, and I just happened to stumble on these people. They're only been in business for 2 years. I paid full price, by the way. I didn't ask for any discount, but I wanted to mention them because these people are fantastic. They're the type of people that they worry so much about the details. They're like, really, I don't want to do that. I want to make it right. I mean, they're just really phenomenal. Their information shows up. I'll put their information up here in a minute. But if you need a custom coop or something like that built, you can just basically draw out exactly what you want. They'll go out, they'll give you a price on it, and then they'll come out and build it. And this was done in about a week and a half. Now, I started off, I will tell you, I was just going to have them build the coop. And then I was going to have my guys and I were going to do the outside run. But when I started looking at this run, it's huge and it's a big project. So I asked them, they quoted it out, and they also did the run as well too. And I'm glad I did that. Let me tell you what, it was over 93, 94 degrees. And I have video of them on my camera up here leaving one night at 8 o'clock at night. I mean, they were here all day. So thumbs up to them. So real quick, let me show you, before we go into the coop, I want to show you my property actually drains. So it slopes down, all the way down, all the way down, all the way down to the pond. So we really have to take care of water management here. And the one thing I can't stand is I can't stand a muddy chicken run. If you have a muddy chicken run, please do something to fix that. Put a roof on, do some drainage. Chickens hate mud. They don't like to be out in the rain. They don't like mud. So I wanted to make sure that this was dry. So I had to come out here, and so I've got a metal roof on top, and that water comes down here. With the skid steer, I did a video on it actually. I dug this whole drainage channel because as it comes down, all of a sudden I hit this ridge. Well, I'm going to have pooling over here. So I dug out that drainage ditch that's full of gravel is 3 feet deep. I dug out all the way down there. And then all the way around the front of it, because the water's going to come through the garden, all the way around the front of the run, we did another channel that feeds into here. So taking care of drainage and making sure that they're dry is one of my concerns. Next, I tied in, I actually have 2 meters on my property. I have 2 power meters. One is in the barn and one is at the house. I had my electricians tie into the barn and trench over here, put electric here. Now I tied into here and ran that into the chicken house. So now I have a GFCI outlet inside the chicken house over there. So our backup well, we have a 600-foot well for the house, but I wanted a backup well because wells can fail. So I put a backup well over here. Well, since I'm not using it, I actually tied it in. We use it for the garden, and now I actually tied it in with a quick connect over here. I have a hose in here. I just quick connect in and get the girls water. One mistake I made when they were doing this, they said, hey, do you want us to take the black wire all the way up? You want us to cut it and get some? I said, no, I'll do that later. Well, my mistake is I didn't take action on that quick enough. And the other day I came out here and there was a hawk in the opening looking down at my birds. And I'm like, oh. So I basically had to run around and gather up all kinds of scraps. So you're gonna see some scrap wire mesh along the top here. I had to fully enclose every single square inch of this. But I got some more black wire coming, and I'm going to take that down. I'll finish up with black wire. So everything is fully enclosed here. Nothing get in. Now, one of the top questions is going to be about predators. So we don't have daytime predators here. It's completely open. And if you follow my channel, you'll know that we had a raccoon infestation on that back side of the property. This is 40 acres. Over 14 months, we have taken out 117 raccoons back on this property because they have been decimating our turkey population. If you don't know, raccoons are killers when it comes to fowl and ground fowl. They will wipe out. Matter of fact, the DNR has charts. If you see the raccoon population go up, the turkey population goes down. And we want turkeys back on this property. So we have been wiping out raccoons here. 117 as of this date. And now it's almost impossible to catch raccoons back there. That's what I wanted. A raccoon will get in your chicken house and kill every single chicken. They don't go in there to eat an egg. They are killers once they get inside. They will tear apart a whole flock. Just so you know, it's not sweet little raccoons. They are killers in a chicken coop. So I don't have to worry about necessarily a bunch of stuff down here. Now I do have 1/4-inch wire mesh down at the bottom, and that's really for the girls. They could still possibly, when I first put them in here, get through. My goodness. They could possibly get down through the bottom. What was that? They could possibly actually get down through the wire. So I had to put some wire mesh all the way around the bottom just to keep them inside. It's really not for predators. The only predators I have during the daytime I have to worry about are going to be hawks and owls. Once they get big enough, I don't think I'll have to worry about the hawks. Maybe an owl. And I do have some hawk netting that I can put up over the garden. I really want to free range them, but I don't know. We'll see. So this is our garden. We actually came up here. One of the things we did is we put up an additional 8 feet of wire here in case we want to have, and then we put up these long 16-foot 2x4s over here in case we want to put up a hawk net. But you can see I've got crows and I've got owls up here. As I've been going along, the way that I normally do in my mind when I invent stuff or think about stuff, I always, little things to improve it. That's what I focus on. I focus on little ways to improve it. So the morning sun was actually coming in and hitting my egg tray in the coop. So I just put up a sheet of roofing here. Now in the wintertime, if I want to, I can take that down and let the sun come in here and hit that. But we don't really have extensive winters here. So that's basically the overall front of it. The whole thing is basically roofed in. This is 12 by 32, I believe it is. And the reason why it's an odd size, we have this fence here, and these fence posts are actually cemented into the ground, so there's no reason to redig them. I had them just lag them into the existing fence posts. There's their information, by the way. Georgia Animal Coops and Cages, LLC. There's our website. Great people, man. I mean, you couldn't ask for better people. Really nice. So I have double locks. This is something I think that's important instead of just having a latch. I always put a double lock on here. You never know, this doesn't catch. And then you have an emergency string in case you get locked out. Now, one thing I don't know why people don't put on their doors, coop doors, is this is just a screen door. You know, it's $4. So if you open this door, it's going to close automatically. If for some reason it gets unlatched, it's going to close automatically. So think about that if you have a coop. Now I have a full-size door here And down at the other end of the coop, I have a full-size door there. Really important. This is a monster. Let me go back here. This is a monster chicken coop. Now I'm going to call this the coop, and I'm going to call this the run. This is a monster chicken coop. This thing from the bottom up to the peak is 9 feet tall. Matter of fact, when I was telling them the dimensions I wanted, they said, "Are you sure you want it 8 feet tall?" It was 8 feet to here, and I said, "Yep." And there's a reason why. Chickens, if you understand their nature in the wild, they like to go up high, 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 and they keep going higher and higher, and that's how they keep themselves safe. So you'll see here in a minute, 3 days ago I went and put up some natural branches way up top, and the very first night, let me show you a video, the very first night the chicks worked their way up, and almost every single one of them was on the very, very top. It was actually kind of cute. Let's see here. I'll start down here. I have a camera here. I did a video on my cameras. This camera actually shows me this whole view here, so I can come out here and take a look here, see if anything's gone. I have a camera inside the coop that allows me to look inside the coop. I have started to, oh, and here's the garden hose that just quick connects into my main system. This is a sandbox with DE, diatomaceous earth. And if you're a chicken person, you'll understand what that is. It's basically, it's like a talcum powder, but it has kind of sharp edges, and it actually scars, like little parasites. It scars their body when they take a dust bath. The parasite body, not the chicken body. And so when they take a dust bath, which I'll show you John taking a dust bath, or that's how they clean themselves. This is what they've been on. This is brand new. I put this out here yesterday. This is their water that they've been on. Need to clean that out. This is their water that they've been on, and this is the new tub here with the water inside of it, the little cups here, and these cups come out, and then you can clean out the cups, which is nice. So this is the more permanent fixture. I can come out and fill these up once a week is all I really need to do, but I need to make sure that they're switched over. I built over here, I actually have a compost pile. So I actually dug down in the soil, and I'm mixing in trash vegetables, whatever, and regular compost, and they'll actually come in here and they'll sit here and they'll dig through this. The rest of the coop, I put down wheat straw, then I put down wood chips. It's working out great. Now there is an automatic door on the chicken coop, but it's a special door. You'll usually see these cheap plastic doors that have like a string on them. I'll show you inside. Mine is a metal, solid metal geared system versus a string. It's awesome. This is the rollout chicken coop. This is the rollout eggs. This is probably the most popular thing in chicken coops now. Everyone's starting to copy this design or make their own. I decided to go ahead and buy this so I could show it to you guys. Basically, the nesting boxes are inside here. When they lay an egg, it'll roll out here so it doesn't get pooped on. And then you can just come in here and get your eggs without disturbing them. And then you just lock this down. You just lock it down. And now your eggs are safe. This is the largest model that they make. So there's John. Hi John, good morning, how are you? John is the special bird. He's the only one that's not a Rhode Island Red. All right, so let me open up the chicken coop here. Excuse me, girls. We keep thinking they're getting scrambled eggs. They love scrambled eggs. All right, so let's go in the chicken coop here. Hi, good morning. How are you? I don't have anything for you today. I don't have anything. All right, I'm coming in. I'm coming in. You guys better run away. Run away. So here's the nesting box. You fold this down. I have an automatic drop down, so like at 6 a.m. this can drop down. And then, but during the night you want this up so they don't start sleeping in here. These are actually deck rails, and I started off low with some wood, natural wood, and then I put a couple of these. And as predicted, the girls wanted to come up to the highest one. So the other day, I added some higher ones, and I took these natural branches up here. these natural rough branches and put them up, and this is where they all want to be, up here. So now what I'm thinking of doing is I'm probably going to come down to about here and put another level of these natural branches. A lot of people put their roosting bars, I guess it's parallel with a wall, and the problem with that is chickens don't poop, chickens squirt. And this wall will be covered with poo. So that's why I want their butts not facing a wall. And if it is facing a wall, I don't know why you don't put a tarp up that you can take down and clean instead of having poop all over your wall. So that's why this is kind of random, and that's why these roosting bars are facing this way. But you'll notice, because I have it so high, all the heat can come up here in the summertime, and I have a solar powered exhaust fan over here. So when the sun comes out, that solar panel, that solar powered exhaust fan will actually start running and suck air out. While they're young and in the summertime, I actually just put a cheap fan over here, and this runs 24 hours a day, and they seem to like it. I have night lights in here, and I have a little solar night light here. A lot of people say that chickens need to be in the total dark. I disagree. If you think back to nature, they're up in the branches and there's moonlight and there's starlight, they can see. So I don't want it totally dark, especially while they're young. I want a little bit of light in here while they're young, so they don't hurt themselves. This is that automatic steel door. Now this thing is really cool, but that thing is solid steel, and it comes down solid steel, and you can hear it. I think I have a video of it going down, but you can hear it go. There's a gear system in that actually goes really slow. That's set on a timer. I am also going to get I ordered a small UPC battery backup, a really small one, and I'm going to mount that up here, making sure it's waterproof, and I'm going to put everything on a battery backup. So in case I have a thunderstorm and lose power for 8 hours or something, at least I know everything in here is all set. Here's that camera. This camera here, that's an adjustable camera. It's on Wi-Fi, but I can look and see what's going on in the house if I need to. We're doing deep bedding method. I put a screen door here for when they were young. I'm going to take that off because I don't need that anymore. So let me explain the bottom, which is completely different. I did a video on this, why a lot of deep bedding methods fail, and it's because they don't get oxygen or turned enough. So this right here, if you'll notice, this right here is like a deck, and it has large gaps in it. And what I do is I put wheat straw down to sort of parallel to crisscross the gaps, and then I put large chips, and then I put a little bit of hemp. But what this does, I showed this in an earlier video, is when the girls are in here moving around, you can see what happens. So a lot of these, if they're moving around in here, this stuff will drop out. It doesn't drop out real fast. It doesn't ever get bare. But what I do is I take a rake, and then I come here and I rake this out. It has contact with the ground, which is what I want. That's where the good microbes are. And then I rake this all out, and then I do a rotational deep bedding. So I take this off, I'll stir this up, and then I'll put that back on top. And let me tell you what, is working fantastic now. I'm really happy with that experiment. It's just experimental. Again, this is all 2x3 black wire. You can see my temporary wire system up, mesh wire system up here. And the girls are pretty happy. Why are you so tired? Why are you so tired, huh? A lot of people have problems with pasty butt on chickens. And I think one thing that I've learned is pasty butt really comes from the fact that they're just eating that dry chicken food. And it's very, very dry. And so I have been supplementing them with scrambled eggs and chopped up spinach cooked in olive oil. And I'll tell you what, no pasty butt. That additional protein and lubrication and fat in their diet, I got a lot of birds. I got 31 birds, including John, and there's no pasty butt going on. And they love, if I come out here with scrambled eggs, they're going to attack me for the scrambled eggs. Last year we had a problem with way too much squash and zucchini out here. We were taking it up to the goat farm. Guess what? The girls love zucchini, they love summer squash, they love cucumbers, they love all of it. So what I do, this is This is what it looks like in about 2 hours. That's a cucumber. Look at it, down to skin. And look at, they think they're going to get more. And they just take it all down to skin here. Don't have any more for you right now. So what I'll do is I'll just come over here. I'll put it in the compost pile. And then I'll just rake this all up and cover it all up. Before we even had the girls, I did a video on these fly bags. Before we had chickens out here, there were just times of the year where you have a ton of flies. And I did a video on these fly bags. If you need them, they're cheap. If you buy them a set of 8, they're only $4 each. And let me tell you what, I've already been through a whole set. And I mean, they were full of flies, black flies. That was before the chickens came out here. So now I ordered some more and I put 2 more out here and I'll just rotate them around. But a lot of people say that what's going on when they do the deep bedding is that it's composting, and it's really not, because it's lacking oxygen, it's lacking moisture, it's lacking good microbes. So this rotational actually exposes it to a little bit of moisture, not wet. It's on the ground, it picks up soil microbes, good microbes, and it gets lots of oxygen. That's the problem. Your chickens, I would say 50% of chickens don't go inside of their coop or hen house and don't sit in there and dig and dig and dig. They don't turn it. Matter of fact, there are several people on YouTube, chicken people, that say their chickens don't turn it. So you have to physically go in here and turn this. Well, I really don't have to. I go in here with a rake and I'll just stir this a little bit, but then I take this pile, I put it in a bucket, and then I just redistribute it over the top. And let me tell you what, that place smells amazing. It does not smell like chicken poo. I got 30 chickens inside here every night, and it does not smell. But you can see, as soon as I dig this up, they're in here working this. Hi. How are you? So one of the things you quickly realize when you own, I guess you call it a farm property, a 40-acre farm property, is that you try and minimize your work and nowadays you try and automate as much as possible. Let me give you some examples. All my irrigation systems are Wi-Fi based, all on schedules. I don't have to worry about it. Pond aeration runs 24 hours a day. Fish feeders, I have 2 fish feeders. They're automatic schedules. I only have to fill them up once a month. I have 7 deer feeding stations out here. They're automatic, they're solar powered. They go off twice a day, once in the morning, once at night. The chicken coop, the door is automatic, the cameras are up there, large feeders, everything is automated pretty much. And that's really, try and make it to the point where you don't get locked down to this place, where if you want to go away for a week or 2 and take a break and have a vacation, you know, maybe someone drops by once or twice a week, like John or whoever, they can come out here and just check and make sure everything's okay. So anyways, I'm pretty happy with that. There's a few more changes I want to do, a few more improvements, but overall, real happy with it, and we should have a ton of eggs. I don't know what I'm going to do with all these eggs. I got plenty of family, friends, and neighbors I'll be giving eggs to, so I hope they're eating it. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the tour. I promise I'd do it. Talk to you later. Doc.